is step 2 on the way back to a third consecutive state championship game in 5A Division 1 for the Smithson Valley Rangers. We welcome you to the Rangers Network in the cozy confines of the Alamo Dome in downtown San Antonio. Hector Ledesma, Brian Hill alongside, and we take a look at the road to the UII State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers. For the Rangers as they get here to round 2, champions of District 13 5A in Division 1, undefeated in league play. Overall, 9-1 in the regular season and 10-1 when you count the victory against the Southside Cardinals, a 56-0 win last week in the bi-district round. For the Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial Eagles, they are here as the third place out of District 15 and 5A Division 1, win 6-2 in league play, 8-3 overall, and then last week getting a bi-district victory against Edinburgh Vela, avoiding a repeat of round 2 last year, Brian, between the Rangers and Vela. 31-26, Vets Memorial the winner last week, setting up tonight's showdown.
Yeah, and Vets is going to be a tough opponent. You know, defensively, they like to load the box. They got 8 guys in the box trying to stop the run. Big old strong defensive lineman. As Amaya kicks it through the end zone for a touchback. But, yeah, Veterans Memorial defensively, they're going to put 8 guys in the box, kind of play that 4-2, but with 2 outside linebackers, almost a 4-4 look. Big old strong defensive lineman trying to stop the run. So it'll be important for Smithson Valley to still be able to run the ball so they can throw it when they want to as opposed to when they have to. And then on the other side of the ball, Corpus Christi Vets, they've got some skill players on that side, including their quarterback Winans and then their running back Charlebois, but we'll refer to him as what?
Charlie Boy.
Charlie Boy.
They call him Charlie Boy. His teammates and coaches
call him
do.
That, so we'll stick with it. So Andrew Charlie Boy, their running back, is a dynamic playmaker as well.
How dynamic? How about this? 2,000 plus yards on the ground this season, 2,169, including last week's bi-district game in which he gained another 161 yards. Gets the call on the first play of the game, but stretching him out, coming out left, that Smithson Valley defense more than ready. Actually, it's Ethan Veleza, 26, not 20, who got the call on the first play. Either way, the Ranger defense more than ready.
Yeah, kind of got into an overload set there into the boundary, and so the safety, Phillip Smith, number 15, rolled down into the box. And then they tried to motion out, get him out, but he stayed there, so they tried to swing pass. And anytime a safety makes a tackle for a 5-yard loss, it's a heck of a play. So Vets going backwards on first down.
Charlebois standing next to quarterback Anthony Winans. Charlebois 197.2 yards per game, whistles, and an early flag.
Yeah, got to be a false start on Vets.
False start, number 68. Offense, 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
They shifted, so a tight end and a fullback moved over, and Smithson Valley's defensive end, number 95, Caleb Barrow, kind of thought it was the start of the play. He got back without making contact, so that was not an offsides, but Vets moved false start, so now it'll be second and 20.
Snap. There's Charlebois' first carry of the game across the 20 to right around the 22. Make it the 21, and so the young man who has 2,169 yards rushing, another 228 yards receiving, which ranks third on the team, by the way. You can imagine, because they run the ball so often and rely on Charlebois so much, they probably don't throw it as much. You'd be right. Charlebois at 228 yards receiving during the course of the year ranks third on the team.
Yeah, and this is exactly where Smithson Valley defense thrives. Third and long passing situations. They don't even have to bring a blitz to get pressure on the quarterback with that talented D-line.
On 3rd and 14, Winans, some time over the middle, incomplete. Intended for Jacob Carmona.
Pretty good job by the offensive line. They actually gave quarterback plenty of time and a good job stepping up in the pocket. Ball was a little high, but still a catchable ball. Would have been interesting to see if he'd have picked up the first down. That ball would have been caught about 4 or 5 yards in front of the sticks, but he had some room to run. But it's a moot point because the receiver drops the ball, and so it'll bring up a 3-and-out situation and without getting a first down. So Smithson Valley going to get good field position when their offense trots out their first series.
Hunter Haug and Noah Johnson, this one blocked. bouncing it inside the 40-yard line of Vets Memorial, and the Rangers will get their first touch with outstanding field position.
Yeah, picture-perfect start for the Rangers. Win the toss, defer, force a 3 and out. Special teams makes a big play, gets in there and blocks it. Ball ends up getting forward a little bit. Smithson Valley wisely gets away from it, so it amounts to about only, a 10, 12-yard net. So Smithson Valley's offense starting their first possession inside the opponent's 40-yard line. Couldn't ask for a better start for the Rangers.
I didn't get quite the look I wanted there, Brian. Was that 90? Was that Kyle Bierman who got a piece, apparently?
It was either Bierman or Woods. It was 90 or 92. I'm not sure. But whoever it was came off the edge, and there was a guy for him. He just powered through it and ended up getting a hand on it. So Smithson Valley first down run gets about 2 yards on the stretch play.
Piegler, his first game back last week after being held out for a couple of games. Still some modest touches in last week's game against Southside. Didn't need him all that much. 6 carries, 34 yards. His first one goes for a yard here. 2nd and 9 officially. Knutson, Luke Peace. First completion of the ball game to right around the 29 of Vets Memorial, just shy of a first down.
Yeah, motion Piegler out of the backfield, and this is going to be important that Smithson Valley has some of this passing game because, like I mentioned, Veterans Memorial loads the box. They got 8 guys in the box, so that time Piegler motions out of the backfield, takes the linebacker with him, and Peace just kind of sits in that window right behind him, picks up about 8 yards, bringing up 3rd and 1.
At the 29, Knutson shotgun as he usually is. Piegler behind him. Hunter Haug to the near side. Brody Wick, the lone receiver, to the far side. Braxton Sawyer, the fullback. Piegler, first down.
Yeah, good job just getting what you can get there. Good blocking up front. Handled the defensive line. Safety has to make the play. Good job by Piegler being aware of where the sticks are and just instead of keep trying to bounce it outside and take the risk of not getting it, sticks his foot in the ground, lowers his shoulder, and picks up just enough for the first down.
Needed 1, he got 2. We talked about his 6 carries for 34 yards last week. That included a touchdown. So got in the end zone, did Caleb. 1st and 10 now at the 28-yard line. Luke Peace to slot to the right. Brody Wick's first catch. Brody inside the 20 and inside the 15. Wick coming off a fantastic by-district matchup. 100 yards receiving on 4 catches and a touchdown against the Southside Cardinals.
Yeah, and that was an option either way for Ty. He could have thrown the single receiver. They had Haug soloed up over there. If he liked the coverage, the one-on-one, he can throw that. If not, then he took the hitch into the boundary. He read it correctly. They were trying to cap Haug, which left limited numbers over into the boundary. Great catch by Wick. Great blocking out front. Picks up a good chunk of yardage.
New set of downs at the Vets Memorial 15. Piegler's got plenty of room on the pitch. The 10. Cuts it up inside near the 5 and near another first down, if not a first down for the Rangers.
Yeah, a little misdirection. O-line blocks to the right. Don't block the defensive end. Quick pitch it out with the to the receiver. That time Sawyer was out in front of him. Piegler patiently waits behind him, waits for the kick out block, gets up inside of it, picks up another first down. Rangers in business, 1st and goal from the 5.
Wick the near side. Hunter Haug lined up closely there on the far side. Wick in motion. Knutson, Piegler looks to bounce it up outside. That Vets Memorial defense ready though.
Yeah, the middle linebacker, number 25, Brandon Rivera, read it really well. The defensive end, or the defensive lineman, got some penetration, the 3 technique, and so everything kind of got congested up, couldn't hit it downhill, made Piegler bounce to the outside. By that time, it was a good read by their Mike linebacker, Rivera, able to make a stop on the play, actually for a loss, I believe, a loss of 1, so it's 2nd and 6. Or 2nd goal from the 6.
Rivera, the only junior on a linebacking crew that consists of Kyle Wilson, who's a senior, John Garza, who's a senior, and around Haug, got the corner. Hunter Haug's got a touchdown. There's a penalty, so we'll see if it stands.
They're going to call a hold on who, I don't know. See if we can see a replay. There was nobody really out there. There was 1 lead blocker and only 1 defender, and he threw it kind of towards the interior, so I guess he saw something from a long ways away, but that'll take an easy touchdown off the board.
Holding,
he walked in.
Number 84, offense, 10-yard penalty, replay, 2nd down.
and calling on the tight end piece. I didn't see it. Must have been in the interior of the line because, like I said, Sawyer was out in front of Haug, so it must have happened away from the play. But nonetheless, takes a touchdown off the board.
Luke didn't see it either, Brian. He's looking up I saw him sneak up and look up at the video board and be like, I want to see this again, because that wasn't holding.
Yeah, and they're placing the ball at the 13-yard line, so the hold must have happened close to the goal line. Nonetheless, 2nd and goal from the 13.
Knutson slant, Haug, touchdown. This one counts. On their first possession, the Rangers go 37 yards. And on a 13-yard strike from Ty Knutson to Hunter Haug, draw first blood.
Yeah, I said we'll hit a reverse off to Haug, and they call that back, so we'll go ahead and throw it. He had one-on-one matchup against the corner, Cruz Levine up there, and just a simple slant route with Haug's speed, runs away from it. Good ball by Ty. Rangers score anyway with the possession, and shout out Camacho there. That was a low snap. He was able to pin it, get it on the ground, and let Amaya kick that. So good job by the holder there.
We'll step aside on the Rangers Network. Smithson Valley 7-0 early, 6:54 in the first quarter in the area round of the Texas High School Football Playoffs.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by GVTC, Jeremy Fuller State Farm, Lynx Roofing, The Branch, Christopher Ashley Pools, Let's Get Pickled and Shop, ALE Custom T-Shirt Printing, Fuller Construction, and Wick Productions.
I've seen a lot of Texas out on the open road, from up in Amarillo down to San Antonio. No matter where I travel, one thing remains the same. Everybody loves Ford here in the Lone Star State. Ford is the best in Texas.
Hunter Haug's 9th touchdown of 2025, giving the Rangers a 7-0 lead on Veterans Memorial out of Corpus Christi here in round 2 of the high school football playoffs. Hunter, 38 receptions coming in, 700 yards, leading the Rangers in both those categories throughout the year. Amaya's kick, as you just saw, going through the back of the end zone, no surprise. And Vets Memorial again will start 1st and 10 at its own 25.
And good to see linebacker number 18, DeToto, out there. Been out for a couple weeks with an injury. So kind of getting him back into the groove. So his first series of the ball game. Good to see him back out there, the sophomore impact player for the Rangers at linebacker.
DeToto and Philip Smith at that safety spot, also back after a couple of week absence. Up the middle, not a whole lot there. That Ranger defensive line, Caleb Barrow, Kyle Bierman, Justin Roberts, Hudson Woods, with the likes of Colton West, Caden Leak, Jacob Martinez, and Truth Duval L throughout the season, been so good and early on really stuffing that Eagles running attack.
Yeah, both those interior guys, Roberts and Bierman, getting penetration on a downhill run is always a good thing. And that time Bierman crossed his face to the guy who was blocking him and able to get in there, makes the initial stop, and then the Rangers push him back from there. They do give him a gain of 1, but not much on the play.
Bierman 3 tackles in that win against Southside last week. Here's a pitch, Charlebois.
Bierman again.
Bierman again.
Anytime your interior D-line can be making tackles, you know that they're putting in extra work, because those are the guys that get double-teamed often. And so if Bierman and Roberts are making plays, then 2 things are having to happen. Either the O-linemen are quickly trying to get up to linebackers and leaving them in a one-on-one, or they're beating double teams. Either way, it's a good sign for the Ranger interior defense. And again, another 3rd and long. Last time they had the O-line protected pretty well and had some time. We'll see if Coach Worsey decides to bring some heat and not let them sit back there like they did on the last 3rd and long.
Bierman, 29 tackles on the year. 3rd and 10, and down goes Winans. Bierman.
Brought some heat. Hornsby comes on a blitz from his Mike linebacker, loops around, forces the lineman to come off, number 70, for Vets was double teaming on the interior, but because we brought extra heat, he had to leave, leaving a one-on-one matchup on the interior, and the pocket just collapses. So an adjustment by Coach Worsty there. The first third long, he said that quarterback had too much time. That's not happening again. Brought pressure that time and comes up with a big sack, and Rangers going to get great field position again.
Woods got close to this one again. By the way, Brian, so Bierman, the only member of the defensive line rotation who didn't record a sack last week. I don't know if he thought about it during the week, but funny
Probably.
how he got one early tonight.
Yeah, he went ahead and got that one out of the way. I'm sure they watched film and everything like that, so I'm sure his buddies on the D-line were like, come on, man. And so he said, I'm going to go ahead and take care of that on the first or second drive. So once again, defense does their job with the 3-and-out, almost another block punt, but Rangers will start pretty close to midfield with another great field position.
This time at their own 43. Knutson, 1,627 yards on the regular season. When you include last week's game, 1,842 as he inches closer to 2,000. Deep for Haug, out of bounds.
Yeah, had solo coverage over here with Haug on the cornerback, number 5, Ryan Carmona. Actually did a little double move, a hook and go or a stutter, whatever you want to call it. Pretty good coverage by Carmona. Haug eventually gets by him, but Knutson had to get rid of that ball pretty quick. There was pressure in his face. If he'd have been able to hang on to it for just a little bit longer and let Haug work, he might have had a better chance at it, but had to get rid of it quick. So good job by Vets, forcing pressure on the quarterback.
Ryan Carmona, part of a very experienced secondary for Vets Memorial, all of them seniors. Knutson keeps near the 45, so it'll be 3rd and long, 3rd and 9, it looks like, depending on the spot. They're going to give him the 44. So, yeah, 3rd and 9 for the Rangers.
Yeah, taking a shot on first down, trying to run it on second just to get some of it back. I'm sure they were thinking that the defense wasn't thinking a quarterback run with everything spread out, and so trying to get 5 or 6, but a good job by Vets defense here. So we got trips up to the boundary. Either go to the trips, or we do have one-on-one cover with tight end out of the backfield. They got nobody covering him.
Isaiah Reggie into the ball game. Caleb Piegler, screen over the middle. Hall tipped and falls incomplete.
Yeah, it was there, and that ball was about to be on the money and hit Haug right in stride. It was a good job by the linebacker getting his hands up in the air and getting a piece of it.
Oh, yeah.
If he doesn't get a piece of it, that hits Haug right in the number 4, and that's probably a touchdown. So good job by Vets, kind of stemming the flow a little bit here. They 3-and-out, Smithson Valley scores, 3-and-out, good field position. Good job by the defense going out and standing firm and forcing a punt here by the Rangers.
Ryan Scott back to receive the punt for the Eagles. Looked like he thought about maybe fielding it. Instead, rolls all the way inside the 10, and a Patriots offense that's already had its hands full with this Smithson Valley defense will start at its own 6.
Yeah, great punt by Amaya. Actually kind of bobbled the snap there a little bit and had to rush to get it out. But what Smithson Valley likes to do is that low line drive, end over end, try not to let the returner get his hands on it, let the ball roll out. He does that beautifully and gets it all the way to about the 6-yard line. So Vets starting with even worse field position they have, and having to consistently have long drives where the Ranger offense has had good field position. So they need a couple first downs here at least to be able to flip the field and punt them out of their own end.
Anthony Winans, 1,197 yards this year, including the postseason. Handoff, and again, Smithson Valley right there, ready and waiting. Hudson Woods with his first, well, I don't know if it's his first, but they tackle there on 1st and 10.
Yeah, great job by Woods. They tried to run the counter play. His job is to kind of blow up that puller. He went ahead and just slipped underneath him and went ahead and made the play himself. And so loss of yardage on first down, and I'm sure Vets is trying to get the running game going so that they don't end up in these 3rd and longs and allow the pass rush to get after them. But Ranger defense, the run defense is holding up so well that it's not bad. They're still going back even on run plays.
Woods 2 tackles, a sack, 2 hurries last week. Charlebois trying to get out to the open field, but fantastic pursuit. Hornsby there, as is Bladen Camacho.
Yeah, great fill by Camacho. Hornsby flows over the top, does a great job from his linebacker spot of reading the flow, getting over the top, coming from the inside, just a great safety fit at the line of scrimmage. We say it a lot if you listen to our broadcast. Anytime a safety's making a tackle at the line of scrimmage or behind the line of scrimmage, you know he's fitting the run well, and that time he did. Another 3rd and long, and now you run the risk of a sack being a safety. So we'll see what the Eagles want to do here, and if Coach Worsty wants to bring some pressure from the defense.
3rd and 11 at the 5. Winans in his own end zone, gets out of it, and he's got some room. 15, and there's a first first down of the night.
Had some pressure, but then was able to escape it. Smithson Valley was dropped into coverage, didn't have a spy for him, and he was able to smartly steps up in the pocket, gets out of the end zone, and then sees the green grass in front of him. So if nothing else, they pick up that big first down, so they're not punting from the shadow of their own goalpost. And the ball is out to about the 25-yard line where they've started their other drives, but at least they got a first down.
Winans 208 yards rushing, 55 official carries/keeps, 3.8 every time he keeps it with his legs. Back to Charlebois, past the line of scrimmage.
Fumble.
Fumble, ball's loose. And the Rangers have it.
Man, just when you thought they were getting some momentum, right? They convert, Vets converts on a big 3rd down scramble, and then that was going to be by far their best run of the evening. He was going to get 5-6 yards on it, but a big hit from Camacho jars the ball loose, and now Ranger offense has their best field position, which is saying something. Best field position at the plus 37-yard line.
Weston Haney, who along with Colton Hornsby shared the team lead in tackles last week with 6 apiece, recovering the fumble out of that linebacker spot for the Rangers. So the first big defensive play goes the way of Smithson Valley. Piegler dancing across the line of scrimmage. First down yardage for Caleb inside the 25, near the 20, and maybe past the 20 for the Rangers.
Great job up front, and Smithson Valley with a look that they have not shown a lot, running the stretch out of a 2-by-2 formation. Most of the time when you're running outside zone, you got to have a fullback in the backfield, lead block and the outside defender. That time they pinned him with an inside receiver, so Smithson Valley showing some different looks, running the ball out of a 2-by-2 set, which is not something they do very often.
Piegler, 792 yards in the regular season. Nice move across the 15. Caleb toward the 10, and a nice bit of running for the junior running back.
Yeah, it sure was. There's an unblocked guy. Had somebody for him. He just beat the pin block, but Caleb says no problem. He shuffles, makes a miss, still gets up there. Caleb's kind of limping just a little bit, so we'll bring in Showquist to give Caleb a little bit of a breather.
Gunnar Showquist been so big for the Rangers this season. Last week against the Cardinals, 67 yards, 12 carries, a touchdown, 8.4 yards every time he touched it, and that's pretty much been in line with how he's performed for all of 2025. On 2nd and 2, Showquist on the carry inside the 10, near the 5.
Yeah, running stretch away from the motion, brought the fast jet motion, trying to get the eyes of the defense just to hesitate for a second. Then they run the stretch. Good job by the fullback, Sawyer out in front, stunning that outside pursuit. Showquist hits the gap, gets upfield, gets a first down, so it'll be 1st and goal from about the 9-yard line.
Showquist, 553 yards rushing on the season, so that includes the effort against Southside last week, 66 carries. We mentioned the 8.5 per pop. Here he is coming left. Gunner cutting it up inside and to right around the 3-yard line, maybe the 2.
Yeah, the big question mark of the game was the size of Vets' defensive line versus Smithson Valley's offensive line. Who would kind of win that line of scrimmage? Gone back and forth a little bit, but certainly this drive, especially on the outside zone, Smithson Valley's O-line's able to get the edge and get movement and get up to the 2nd level. We'll see if they just stick with it.
2nd and goal at the 3. Empty backfield in terms of behind Knutson. Sawyer's in front of him. Ty keeps to the 1.
Yeah, quarterback design run there. Gets down to about the half-yard line. So bring up 3rd and goal from the 1, but that'll be the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter.
And so when we come back, the Rangers, a 3rd and goal at the 1. 7-0 Smithson Valley on top of Corpus Christi's Vets Memorial. Here at the Alamo Dome, we're watching the Rangers Network.
From fall to winter to spring, every season starts with a roof inspection. As proud gold sponsors of the Smithson Valley Athletic Program, we know this community on and off your roof. On your roof, our game plan starts with identifying storm-related damages.
They inspect up there to catch anything we miss down here.
From minor repairs to full roof replacements, we have the people and material to fix any roof and protect your family. Links Roofing, peace of mind in any season.
Downtown San Antonio, the Rangers looking to take a 2-touchdown lead on Veterans Memorial out of Corpus Christi here in round 2 of the Texas High School Football Playoffs. Brian Hill, Hector Ledesma, Smithson Valley. This close to a 13-0 game with a point after that would come after the fact. Showquist, making sure that we will see an extra point attempt.
And again, Smithson Valley showing things they haven't shown before. Usually the running back is lined up in the pistol, which means behind the quarterback. And most of the time when he moves up to stand next to the quarterback, usually we're either bringing motion and he's a lead blocker, or it's quarterback run. Well, we're just mixing things up a little bit, not only for this game, but future opponents if we happen to advance. Move Showquist up next to him and still handed it off to him. So a different look, and same result, touchdown for the Rangers, 14-0.
Amaya makes it, as Brian said, a 2-touchdown game. We're back after this right here on the Rangers Network.
Our Smithson Valley Athletic Booster Club wants to thank Fuller Construction. The Fullers have a long tradition of being Rangers. They are dedicated to providing high-caliber work for all their clients and our Smithson Valley athletes. Thank you, Fuller Construction. Abundant Life Expressions has been proudly serving San Antonio with top-quality screen printing since 1991. They are a proud sponsor of our Smithson Valley Rangers and support us and keep us all in our latest Ranger fashion. Thank you, ALE. Thank you to GVTC for the continued support year after year. GVTC has been sponsoring our Rangers for over a decade. You have helped us grow and succeed. Thank you, GVTC.
Gunnar Showquist, a touchdown machine for the Rangers this season. Officially a backup running back, though we've seen plenty of time. 13 touchdowns heading into the postseason. Another one last week, another one here. That's just on the ground as Trent Amaya's kick goes through the back of the end zone. And so 15 total touchdowns. That is good for third in scoring on a team that features all the weapons the Rangers do. And so Gunnar, a knack for getting in the end zone. He's done so well when he's gotten those opportunities, and there's been plenty of them this season.
Yeah, that's a mark of a good offense, is when the love is spread around, right? When a lot of guys can hurt you, whether it be handing off to Pegler, handing off to Showquist, Ty running it himself, throwing it to guys like Haug and Peace and Wick, and all those guys have had a lot of touches and a lot of success. So really is tough for a defense not to just narrow down one guy. Hey, we got to stop this one guy. Well, that's fine. There's 4 or 5 others that can make plays too.
Vets Memorial here after knocking off Edinburgh Vela 31-26 a week ago.
Yeah, well-executed little counter play there. Their best run of the game. They pinned the outside linebacker, so a pretty good fit by the safety. Good, like we mentioned a couple series ago, good to see DeToto back out there from his injury, and a good tackle there for a pretty short gain of 3.
Charlebois, 3 touchdowns in that victory against Vela last week. 161 total yards. Picks up 3 to make it 2nd and 7 at their own 28. Here's Winans screen, good to Charlebois. Actually, no, it's Ethan Valeza.
Yeah, and a great fit coming up from a safety spot by Smith, and then inside-out pursuit by Hornsby there for a short gain, only a yard gain on a completed pass. Great inside-out pursuit by Hornsby, and then a great fit from the safety spot with Smith. Look like Hornsby's rocking a cowboy collar for the playoffs there. I love it from your middle linebacker. Love that. And he showed it there with a big hit. So third and medium here. Better than the third and longs that they've faced the first couple series, but it's still third down nonetheless.
5 yards needed for a new set of downs. Charlebois gets past that line of scrimmage. He's close, but he's short.
He is short, but only by about a yard and a half. So it'll be interesting to see Corpus Christi Vets. You're down 14-0, but at the same time, if you go for it and don't get it, you haven't had a whole lot of success running the ball. You're giving to Smithson Valley almost into Maya's field goal range already. So they're going to at least bring the punt team out and appear to punt. Never know, could be a fake. I bet you Smithson Valley's playing in some sort of a base defense just in case. Still sending guys back, but not having everybody up on the line. But 4th and 2, punt team is out.
Head coach Ben Bittner does elect to punt it away. This time, no rush. Haug fields 35 off the bounce, 45 brought down just shy of midfield. Good special teams tackle by Andrew Montes.
Yeah, and it's a good job catching off the bounce. Just shows the confidence the returners have, and that referee tricked me. He threw the beanbag down, which is where the possession usually begins, but he's got like an orange beanbag, and it looked like a flag for a second. He's got to get a different color there. It scared me. But great job by Howe picking it up on the run and gains another 15, 20 yards. That plus what could have been on the rollout, you're looking at a difference of 30-something yards. So good job, and Smithson Valley, once again, great field position for their offense, almost at midfield. We'll see if they take a shot here. This is good territory to maybe, yep, here it is.
Haug deep. Luke Peace double covered. Luke still comes up with it. Yes, it is, Luke. First down.
Wow, they did take a shot. They did take a gamble. Vets doesn't really fall for it. Their safety, middle safety, just hanging out back there. Haug just says, my guy Peace is down there somewhere. I'm going to launch it up. And what an incredible catch by a tight end, one-handed, goes up and high points it, and we need to send that video into NFL Game Day for Randy Moss, see if we can get it on the Moss highlight tape. What a catch by Peace.
Hunter Haug now 2 of 2 passing for the season. Here's Isaiah Reggie's first catch of the night, across the 15.
Yeah, sophomore Reggie, he's got great ball skills, and he's fast, and he's going to be a good one, and just trying to get him involved because he is explosive with the ball in his hand. We were watching warm-ups about 30 minutes before the game, and there was the ball. He just went up and casually one-handed it behind his back. So super talented sophomore, and Rangers doing everything they can to try to get him involved, and because he can go at any moment.
2nd and 1 at the 14. Knutson will keep. Looks like he picked up the first down. He needed one. He might have gotten exactly that.
Yep, they're going to give him the first down. So 1st and 10, they can get a first down. Ball's at the 13-yard line.
Knutson been offered by the likes of UTSA, Texas A&M, Texas Tech, UT folks making a trip to see him late in the regular season. 1st and 10 here at the 13. Haug on the end around this time. He's keeping inside the 10.
Yeah, timing was just a little bit off. There, the fullback, Julian Martinez, kind of got hung up in the backfield a little bit by some pressure, so Haug actually is almost outrunning his lead blocker, had to slow up. I think that if Martinez was able to get out cleanly and have that good spacing and Haug cut off, it would have been even more successful, but nonetheless, a 4 or 5 yard gain on first down keeps him on track.
Haug 60 yards rushing on 7 attempts, a touchdown coming into this ball game. 2nd and 6. Ball's at the Eagle 9, and Coach Larry Hill wants to take a timeout. We'll take it with him.
Timeout. Smithson
Rangers.
Valley. That's their first timeout of the half.
Zeroing in on a 20, potentially 17, we'll see, 0 lead. We're back after this right here on the Rangers Network.
The Smithson Valley athletes appreciate Christopher Ashley Pools. Thank you for all of your support. They are a big part of our community and have their very own Ranger athletes. Our Smithson Valley athletes appreciate the branch for all of their continued support. They keep our hungry athletes fed and contribute towards scholarships and overall athletic needs year after year. The Rangers appreciate you. Lynx Roofing is on their second year supporting our Rangers. They are full throttle in all they do. We are so thankful for their support and being a strong force in our community. If you need a new roof, make sure you call Lynx Roofing. Let's Get Pickled and Shop is our neighborhood spirit wear and more place to be. They are a Ranger family, strong supporters, and create any magic you need. Thanks for all you do for our Rangers and keeping us looking.
2nd and 6 at the 9, tie. Showquist. Checking to see where they're going to mark it, whether they're going to give him a yard or maybe say he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, D-line slanted their front right into the call. Good job by the defense, not making the downhill zone go bounce sideways. And by that time that happened, linebackers were able to get there and make a play. So good call by the defense, slanting their line, and good job by the D front.
Showquist to the right of Knutson. 4 receivers split out. Complete. Ball's loose, and it goes to the Eagles.
Yeah, ball popped out. Martinez caught it, and he kind of was trying to extend the ball a little bit to try to go score, and big hit right on the ball. Ball pops out. Number 7 for Vets actually recovers it, but he steps out of bounds, they're saying, at the 1-yard line, so it's kind of a catch-22. Great for Vets for causing the turnover, but now their offense has a 99-yard field in front of them. So good play call, good ball by Ty. Good catch by Martinez, but helmet was just put right on the ball, and good heads-up play by number 7 of Corpus Christi Vets, Andres Montes, for getting the ball. So they got the ball back, but they're at their own 1-yard line.
Yeah, Montes made a good special teams play moments ago, but at the 1, here we go. And the Eagles just simply trying to get out of the shadow of their own end zone here.
Yeah, only picks up about half a yard there. The ball's going to be at the 1.5. We'll see what they do here. Obviously wanting to be conservative. You don't want to give up a safety or anything like that. And you feel fortunate that it's not 21-0 right now because you got the turnover. So they don't want to do anything to take it to potentially get a safety or anything like that. So we'll see if they just kind of run it again, or some guys like to gamble knowing you're going to have one-on-one coverage. Let's see if we can get a 99-yard score. But
they went from the 1 to the 2. Winans handoff. Charlevoix gets him out from out of that shadow to the 9. Now he's still shy of the first down, but it'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Yeah, good play by them. Ran a little trap power play. He got to hit it downhill. Picks up a good chunk of yardage, making this a 3rd and manageable. This would be a huge first down for Vets. And not only to get out of the shadow of your own goalpost, but to be able to take some time off the clock before half and not give it back to Smithson Valley with good field position. So this is a big 3rd down here, deep in their own territory.
Chance for the Ranger defense to get off the field. Give their offense great field position potentially, but it won't happen, at least not on this set of downs. First down as Charlevoix moves the sticks.
And again, that's a big first down by, for Vets right there. After starting on your own 1-yard line, just not having to punt from standing on your end line is a big deal, but also getting that first down, even if you don't get any points out of this drive, taking some time off the clock and not having to punt from your own end zone is a big deal. So big first down there by Vets.
Charlevoix played in all 11 games for the Eagles this season. In 10 of them, he's rushed for more than 100 yards.
Yeah, he's explosive once he gets into the open space, but right now they're having a hard time getting him into that open space. Ranger defensive line, as you see, a great play there by Roberts. On the block back, he crossed the center's face and was able to fall in there and make a tackle for no gain, and a good job. I think that was Barrow as well, meeting him at the line of scrimmage. So Ranger defense being tough so far.
Justin Roberts, 5 tackles a week ago, along with Kyle Bierman, Caleb Barrell, and Hudson Woods, the listed defensive line starters. Haug, open field tackle on 2nd down. Forward progress will have Vets Memorial at right around the 19.
Yeah, long throw for a 5-yard gain, a little speed out by the, it's only 5 yards. When you're on the opposite hash, that ball's in the air for a long time. Smithson Valley's been known to kind of disguise some cover too and have the corner undercut that. So good job by McGee of seeing it in the air, making a tackle, and then bringing up another 3rd and 5. See if the Rangers bring heat or if they drop into coverage and hope their D-line can get home.
Yeah, thank you, Brian. Liam McGee with the big tackle. 35 tackles in 2025's regular season for Liam, continuing that good play. Charlebois on 3rd down, nowhere close to 1st down yardage. Well, relatively speaking, he gets a couple, so to bring up 4th down and 2.
Yeah, it looked like he had a little bit of space, and he was getting through the initial O-line, but then cowboy collar, old number 17 there, Colton Hornsby comes in and lays a big stop on him, stopping his momentum and stopping short of the 1st down. So bringing out a punting situation. But again, still a pretty successful drive for Vets, even though they're still punting from their own 22, getting that first down, taking some time off the clock, and now that punter's not standing in his own end zone, facing a rush that's already blocked a punt in this game.
Ryan Carmona at his own 7. Gets it away, low line drive kick, takes a Vets Memorial bounce, but Hunter Howe's got room. Cross the 50, inside the 40, sideline still on his feet, and knocked out of bounds at right around the 20.
Again, great job. Vets is trying to do what Smithson Valley does and punt that low liner, get it bouncing. Most teams just say, oh, it's on the ground, let's leave it alone. But the Smithson Valley returners, they want the ball in their hands. And again, just an outstanding disciplined job by the blockers out in front. There was a couple of those where if this was 10, 15 years ago, there's going to be those big collisions with peel back blocks and things like that. Obviously, that'd be a penalty in today's age. So still making blocks and just kind of shielding, allowing Haug to get to the edge. And so Smithson Valley picking up right where they left off with great field position.
At the 22, Ty standing at his own 27. Showquist, Gunner across the 20. Gunner's got a lane. Gunner's got 6 more. A 2nd touchdown for Gunner. Showquist, a 3rd for the Rangers, and a 20-0 lead with the Trent Amaya extra point attempt to come.
Yeah, motion the fullback back into the formation and run the counter play, the GH counter. Great patience by Showquist, kind of lets it develop, and then once he sees the burst, hits it right down the hash. So great job by the pulling guard, Wheeler, and then a great job by Sawyer as the 2nd puller, kicking out that linebacker. Great patience from Showquist. And so even though we weren't able to get the touchdown on the last one, we're able to get it back here. And Amaya missed the PAT, so it'll only be 20-0.
2:35 to go. We're back after this. The Rangers up 3 touchdowns on Corpus Christi Vets Memorial, in round number 2.
Every shoe they've ever worn has been black. That little voice they hear inside their heads is Coach Larry Hill. When asked their favorite color, they all agree it's always navy. They all believe that the baseball team, a certain law enforcement group, and the 4x4 side-by-side were all named after them. The only thing on their Christmas list is Whataburger gift cards. Each of them has officially changed their middle name to Smithson. When choosing their jersey number, they all answered anything but the number 1. They are the most Rangers in the world.
Stay Navy, my friend.
Trent Amaya set for his 4th kickoff when you include the opening kick of the ball game. The Rangers winning the toss but electing to defer. And so keep that in mind. We've got 2:35 remaining in the first half as the Eagles offense comes back onto the field. But no matter what happens in these final 2.5, the Rangers will get the ball first in the second half. Before getting that far ahead of ourselves, first things first, this Ranger defense, Brian, no surprise to anyone who's watched them play throughout the season. Again, a stellar job of shutting out what's been a fantastic Veterans Memorial rushing attack in 2025.
Yeah, and it's accomplished by everybody doing their job, right? It's very assignment-oriented defense. Everybody's got a job, and that person's job is dependent on this other person doing their job. and everybody does it with great effort. And when they're on the same page, it's tough to defend.
Andrew Charlebois, nice run. DeToto with the stop. Camacho there as well. Charlebois 5 yards exactly to the 30.
Yeah, good gain on first down. Anytime you can hand it off and get 4 or 5 yards, that's a successful run play, particularly on first down. Now your whole playbook is open. You can run it again, play action pass, quick game, bootlegs, all that type of stuff is open when you get 5 on first down.
Andrew Winans under center. Charlebois again to carry, this time not nearly the success he had on the previous play, a yard for a young man who averages 8.2 every time he touches the ball, at least from a rushing perspective. 2-minute timeout. We're going to step aside when we come back. The final, minute 58, first half of round 2 right here at the Alamodome. Smithson Valley up 20-0.
This game is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by GVTC, Jeremy Fuller State Farm, Lynx Roofing, The Branch, Christopher Ashley Pools, Let's Get Pickled and Shop, ALE Custom T-Shirt Printing, Fuller Construction, and Wick Productions.
1:58 remaining before the intermission. Area round playoff in a night in which all 4 of the teams in Smithson Valley's district are in action. Of course, all 4 of them winning last weekend. New Braunfels taking on McAllen Memorial. Champion out of Bernie taking on Far San Juan's North. Flower Bluff and Piper in a game that will determine who the winner of this one plays next. 3rd down and 4 at the 31. Winans in shotgun, and there's the flag.
Should be a penalty. A guy started hauling Booty out of the, I thought he was motioning, but he ran all the way off the field, but that meant they broke the huddle with 12.
On the offense,
so they broke the huddle with 12. So
penalty.
Already a big 3rd down. Was going to be 3rd and short, is now 3rd and long. And this is coming out of a 2-minute warning too. That'll really irritate you as a coach. Out of essentially a timeout, coming out with 12 guys in the field. Making it a 3rd and long against a really good defense. And again, Smithson Valley with all 3 of their timeouts, they get a stop there. They have a chance to double dip, get a score right before half, and get the ball coming out of half. So
Winans shotgun with trips to his right, lets it go that direction, incomplete. He was looking for Jacob Carmona, but low when intended for the junior receiver.
Yeah, brought a lot of pressure there. One-on-one. When you do that, it's one-on-one coverage with everybody. That time, really good coverage by the Rangers. Camacho was covering the inside receiver, and he ran a little out route. Camacho downhill. Even if that ball was caught, Camacho's going to make the tackle short of a first down. But an incompletion stops the clock, and now Smithson Valley, 1:54 before half. And, again, they're probably going to get really good field position. Again, probably in plus territory. Plenty of time for them to get another score on the board. Even though there's under 2 minutes, they got all 3 timeouts left.
At his own 12, there's the boot.
Good job by Noah Johnson. Took a funny bounce. He was trying to catch it on a big one. It's kind of one of those bad hops in baseball. Just kind of stayed on the ground, bounced off his foot, but a great job of just falling on it. And even though he didn't get any return, just falling on that saves about 15, 20 yards of field position, because that thing was scooting, probably would have rolled inside the 20-yard line. So Smithson Valley actually starting with their worst field position of the ball game, and they're still at their own 31-yard line. So that should tell you something about the defense there doing their job.
147.
I keep waiting for a one-on-one shot with Haug.
He's the lone receiver to our side here, bottom of the screen. Showquist out right off the pitch, cross the 40 to right around the 41-yard line.
Yeah, Aiden Verrett out there lead blocking from his tight end spot now. No longer the tackle, so he switched to the 87 jersey, so he's out of tight end. He's actually in the slot right now.
Brody Wick, second catch of the night to the 46. Should be a first down, and there go the sticks.
Yep, clock stops briefly on a first down. Clock's rolling now, but Smithson Valley in their no huddle.
At the 47, the snap, Knutson over the middle, incomplete, looking for Aiden Verrett. When he wears 87, he's eligible to take a pass. Otherwise, he's wearing number 76 at right tackle, Clinton Goss, the right guard at 55, Kyle Gugliotti, the center at 59, Cannon Wheeler, the left guard at number 50, Briley Bowman, the left tackle, is number 60.
Not the worst thing in the world right there. Have an incompletion, clock stops, let Smithson Valley regather themselves, call a play in the huddle. Still, just because there's a minute and 10 left doesn't mean they're in a super big hurry. They got 3 timeouts.
Knutson looking right, pumps, keeps, now lets it go, Hug a little improvising just over his outstretched hands, and so it'll bring up 3rd and 10, still at their own 47.
Yeah, a little scramble drill there. Good job by Howe. Kind of a dangerous throw back across the middle of the field, but a heck of a throw right in his hands. But a good play by the safety coming over the top and hitting him right as he Ranger fans want a pass interference, but that was not a pass interference. He hit him right when the ball hit Howe's hands, and so good play by that guy. So Smithson Valley will have 3rd and 10.
Ryan Scott with that defensive play that prevented the Howe catch. Rare 3rd down for the Rangers in this first half. Knutson, low snap. Cross the middle. Brody Wick takes a shot.
Yeah, a little scissors concept, little crossing route there. Looked like Ty tried to throw it on a rope and sit him down in the window. But a good job by the safety driving on the route. Runs right through the back of the receiver. He arrived right on time. And so after Smithson Valley gets their first down of the drive, they're going to have to punt, and again, that's a big stand for Vets defense because if Rangers are able to go down and score and make this 27-0 and get the ball coming out of half, then that's pretty much the ball game right there. So a big stop from Vets.
Andres Montes putting the hit on Brody. He's been very active in this first half. Speaking of Bladen Camacho, good play on the punt return. Fantastic coverage, and Bladen making sure that the Vets Memorial Eagles won't start with very good field position here with 51 ticks left before the break.
Yeah, and a nice job by their punt returner, number 3, Ryan Scott, of fielding the bouncing ball and not letting it get all the way inside the 10 or the 5 like we've seen before. But Camacho running down on punt coverage like a Scud missile shot out of a cannon. And right when Scott gets his hands on the ball, Camacho's there for a no gain, but still a good play by their by Vets punt returner just to get his the ball in his hands, because that would have probably kept rolling inside the 5-yard line.
And so now an Eagles offense that relies so much on the run has 49 seconds now to try to make up 83 yards. There you go, Brian. Right to that point I was about to say, if this first down doesn't gain very much, you can see the Rangers taking a quick timeout. They did exactly that.
Yeah, Coach Hill trying to get one more before half, or at least one more possession with Amaya's leg strength here. If you get a 3 and out in a decent punt return, you only need about 10 to 15 yards to get into Amaya's range. So Smithson Valley going to force them, going to take their timeouts, and we'll see if Vets wants to actually try to throw the ball and run the risk of stopping the clock and not making Smithson Valley use all 3 of their timeouts.
Coach Hill and his staff can stop the clock one more time. See if they can get their hands back on the ball in a game in which they are out to a 20-0 lead. Rangers undefeated in league play and bringing home yet another district title. Only lost to 1 game for the entire year. Here by virtue of a 56-0 shutout. Interestingly enough, as dominant as their defense have been this year, their first shutout of 2025 last week against Southside. Charabois short of the sticks. Here's another timeout for Smithson Valley.
Timeout, Smithson Valley. That's their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Yeah, so 42 seconds left. If Vets runs the ball here, I would imagine the play itself would last about 2 to 3 seconds, which would bring the clock under 40. So barring him running out of bounds or an incompletion, they could just run out the half here after this play, and could be the last play of the half.
Rangers defense last week recorded 5 sacks. Hudson Woods got one, Caden Leak got one, Caleb Barrow got one, Truth Duval L got one, Justin Roberts got one.
It was a party. Party meet at the quarterback.
Not nearly the opportunities to get those quarterback sacks tonight because Vets Memorial out of Corpus here runs the ball so often. Just in case you were not with us at the top of the broadcast, their featured guy is running back Andrew Charlebois, 2,169 yards rushing, 10 100-plus yard rushing game. So it tells you how reliant they are on their running game. 3rd down and 2 at the 25. Charlebois got a first down.
Yeah, and with that, I would imagine that they would just let the clock run out into halftime. They're not in any hurry here. Clock is under 40 seconds, so they can just let it go.
Yep. It stopped momentarily for the moving of the sticks, but as it starts up again, you're right, the Eagles showing no sense of the notion that they're going to take a timeout and try to stop it. So they've got to snap it here to avoid a penalty. And so this should be here the final play of the first half, barring the unexpected. Charlebois with a good run to the 40. And that is how the first half comes to an end. 24 minutes in the books. The Smithson Valley Rangers halfway to the 3rd run of the playoffs. 20-0 lead on Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial Eagles. Halftime is next, and we'll join you for the second half as Smithson Valley looks to knock off a Vets Memorial team that is 3rd out of its district on round 2 of the high school football playoffs from inside the Alamodome. You're watching the Rangers Network.
Our Smithson Valley Athletic Booster Club wants to thank Fuller Construction. The Fullers have a long tradition of being Rangers. They are dedicated to providing high-caliber work for all their clients and our Smithson Valley athletes. Thank you, Fuller Construction. Abundant Life Expressions has been proudly serving San Antonio with top-quality screen printing since 1991. They are a proud sponsor of our Smithson Valley Rangers and support us and keep us all in our latest Ranger fashion. Thank you, ALE. Thank you to GVTC for the continued support year after year. GVTC has been sponsoring our Rangers for over a decade. You have helped us grow and succeed. Thank you, GVTC.
I've seen a lot of Texas out on the open road, from up in Amarillo down to San Antonio. No matter where I travel, one thing remains the same. Everybody loves Ford here in the Lone Star State. Ford is the best in Texas.
We would like to thank Chick-fil-A at Stone Ridge for sponsoring our Rangers. They are a huge part of our community and have Ranger athletes of their very own. Thanks, Chick-fil-A at Stone Ridge. The Rangers appreciate Jeremy Fuller State Farm's support year after year of our Smithson Valley athletes. If you need home, auto, insurance, and more, call Jeremy Fuller State Farm today.
I didn't put a filter on. Look at this. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, it's because Link's roofing is in the shop. Anything next to the toughest roofing you can get looks not so tough. Anything?
Link's Roof, the 2nd toughest thing in the Smithson Valley area.
Every shoe they've ever worn has been black. That little voice they hear inside their heads is Coach Larry Hill. When asked their favorite color, They all agree it's always Navy. They all believe that the baseball team, a certain law enforcement group, and the 4x4 side-by-side were all named after them. The only thing on their Christmas list is Whataburger gift cards. Each of them has officially changed their middle name to Smithson. When choosing their jersey number, they all answered anything but the number 1. They are the most Rangers in the world.
Stay Navy, my friend.
The Smithson Valley athletes appreciate Christopher Ashley Pools. Thank you for all of your support. They are a big part of our community and have their very own Ranger athletes. Our Smithson Valley athletes appreciate the branch for all of their continued support. They keep our hungry athletes fed and contribute towards scholarships and overall athletic needs year after year. The Rangers appreciate you. Lynx Roofing is on their 2nd year supporting our Rangers. They are full throttle in all they do. We are so thankful for their support and being a strong force in our community. If you need a new roof, make sure you call Lynx Roofing. Let's Get Pickled and Shop is our neighborhood spirit wear and more place to be. They are a Ranger family, strong supporters, and create any magic you need. Thanks for all you do for our Rangers and keeping us looking Rangerific.
Pride of the South Side, your Veterans High School Spring Eagle Band. This fall, the band will straight one in the region UL contest and perform at the UL area contest in San Antonio. The band also performed at the band practice region here in the Alamo Dome just a few weeks ago. The Reservoir Band is led by the Light Members, President Kirby, Tucker Liao, and Lillian Williams. This evening, the band will be performing a few of our favorite stanzas for your team, starting with Shut Up and Dance and closing out with Still Fly.
Forming on the field, Smithson Valley's oldest and proudest tradition, the pulse of the Texas Hill Country, the Smithson Valley High School Ranger Marching Band. The Ranger Band is under the field leadership of drum majors Madeline Cuff, Tamia Lawson, and Ryder McGinnis. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome on the field the award-winning, back-to-back state champion dance team, your Silver Spurs. The Silver Spurs are being led on the field by Junior Lieutenant Hemi Kuhn, Kendall Keller, Senior Lieutenant Regan McGee, Lieutenant Colonel Sadie Salas, and your Colonel Sophie Zettler. Social Committee President Sophie Oates. Silver Spurs Girl of the Week is Amy Kuhn, and the Dancer of the Week is Emily Raymond. Tonight, the Silver Spurs will be performing their traditional homecoming routines, the dip in the heart, laid by your incredible Ranger Band. Please put your hands together for your Silver Spurs. Silver Spurs are under the direction of Melanie Phillips and Lindsay Gillian. Several Spurs would like to thank Paul Allen Holmes, Victoria Concrete, Beauty Wise Medicine and Wellness, Texas House Collection, McIndover Engineering and Survey, Guido Materials, Scholar Class, American Dance Company, Adonis Dance Studio, Briggs Cabinetry, NT Group, Stony Creek, Mimi Homemaking. Thank you for your continued support. Let's hear it one last time for your Silver Spurs. And now on to the sideline, please help me welcome the 2025 state champion, Smithson Valley Color Guard. Color Guard officers are Spirit Officer Lily Abbott, Gracelyn Garcia, Autumn Guerrero, Rebecca Snyder, and co-captain Michaela Colasso, Mary Grace McCatch, and your commander, Galen Blake. Please welcome the Smithson Valley Color Guard as they perform a feature routine, Mackenzie and Martin Ryland's live handle. The Ranger Color Guard is under the direction of Robert Andrade and Samantha Kuzinski. Everyone help us recognize our Ranger Band section of the week, the Color Guard. Next, the Ranger Band will serenade you with a few of our hit stand tunes from the 2025 marching band season. The directors of the Ranger Band are Michael Childers, Robert Andrade, Scott Duncan, Travis Land, Samantha Brzezinski, and Travis Sutton. Principal is Stacy Snyder, and we are so thankful for these amazing and supportive parents who do so much for these students in the Ranger Band program. The Ranger Band would like to thank our sponsors, Van Green Appliance, Rayfield Group, the Gear Guys, South Texas Custom Pools, and Children's Eye Sense of South Texas. The voice of the Ranger Band has been Kevin Chirica. We hope you enjoyed today's performance, and we hope to see you at next week's round of the playoffs.
From fall to winter to spring, every season starts with a roof inspection. As proud gold sponsors of the Smithson Valley Athletic Program, we know this community on and off your roof. On your roof, our game plan starts with identifying storm-related damages.
They inspect up there to catch anything we miss down here.
From minor repairs to full roof replacements, we have the people and material to fix any roof and protect your family. Lynx Roofing, peace of mind in any season.
Are you sure you don't want to go to the movies, Abuela?
Mijo, I love you, but I prefer the classic movies. You go, have a good time. What's this?
Just come with me.
Oh, ay, mijo.
Your choice, Abuela.
GVTC, connecting you.
I didn't put a filter on. Look at this. Let me see.
Let me see. Oh, it's because Lynx Roofing is in the shop. Anything next to the toughest roofing you can get looks not so tough.
Anything?
Lynx Roof, the second toughest thing in the Smithson Valley area.
In the heart of Bernie, something magical is coming. On December 6th at 6 p.m., the Vinoc Parade will glide through Bernie, glowing with twinkling lights, cozy holiday cheer, and festive wonder. Let the spirit of the season surround you. And for those watching from home, the enchantment will air on GVTC's YouTube channel, and if you're a subscriber, on GVTC Local Lens Channel 16.
I've seen a lot of Texas out on the open road. From up in Amarillo down to San Antonio. No matter where I travel, one thing remains the same. Everybody loves Ford here in the Lone Star State. Ford is the best in Texas.
The Smithson Valley athletes appreciate Christopher Ashley Pools. Thank you for all of your support. They are a big part of our community and have their very own Ranger athletes. Our Smithson Valley athletes appreciate the branch for all of their continued support. They keep our hungry athletes fed and contribute towards scholarships and overall athletic needs year after year. The Rangers appreciate you. Lynx Roofing is on their second year supporting our Rangers. They are full throttle in all they do. We are so thankful for their support and being a strong force in our community. If you need a new roof, make sure you call Lynx Roofing. Let's Get Pickled and Shop is our neighborhood spirit wear and more place to be. They are a Ranger family, strong supporters, and create any magic you need. Thanks for all you do for our Rangers and keeping us looking Rangerific. We would like to thank Chick-fil-A at Stone Ridge for sponsoring our Rangers. They are a huge part of our community and have Ranger athletes of their very own. Thanks, Chick-fil-A at Stone Ridge. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by GVTC, Jeremy Fuller State Farm, Lynx Roofing, The Branch, Christopher Ashley Pools, Let's Get Pickled and Shop, ALE Custom T-Shirt Printing, Fuller Construction, and Wick Productions.
This game is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas.
Second half about to get underway in this second round high school football 5A Division I game from inside the Alamodome. Smithson Valley leading Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial 20-0, and the Rangers will get the ball first in the second half after winning the coin toss and deferring. Brian Hill, want to get your thoughts on a first half in which the Rangers put up 3 touchdowns and, as you see on the score, were able to pitch a shutout.
Yeah, it all starts defensively. I think only 2 first downs maybe for Veterans Memorial. They have not crossed their own 40-yard line in the game, and so because of that, forcing quick 3 and outs, or even the time they give up a first down, they're punting, and so and then our punt returners are doing a great job of fielding the ball, and we even had 1 block punt. So Smithson Valley's offense has had phenomenal field position. I think they had 5 possessions, 3 touchdowns. One of them, one of the ones we didn't, got down to the 1-yard line and fumbled. And so all in all, even though they're down 20-0, it could have been worse for Vets. And so I think this first drive of the second half is big for both teams. I think if Smithson Valley can go out and score, then it's kind of, okay, here we go type of deal. But if Vets can get a stop and get a little momentum, then you never know.
Ryan Carmona, the kickoff. Noah Johnson at the 22, across the 30. Noah's got the sideline, just past midfield.
Yeah, great job by the return team and the coaches knowing what Vets likes to do. A lot of times when a opposing team kind of bloops it up in the air and make it land on about the 25-30-yard line, they're doing that to keep it out of the deep returner's hands and trying to get it to a fullback or something like that who's less explosive. Smithson Valley knew it was coming and put one of their deep returners over there and caught it anyways and had some good blocks and was almost off to the races. But once again, Smithson Valley, just like the first half, didn't even need a defensive stop to do it, starting past midfield with great field position.
A good first half for quarterback Ty Knutson, coming off a first-round performance in which he went 13 of 20 for 215 yards, 3 touchdowns. Hunter Haug, pitch, inside, Hunter across the 40, Hunter Haug the 30. Dragon defender still on his feet. Hunter inside the 10. Hunter Haug with a touchdown.
Wow. I'll tell you what, it was well blocked, but he hit that crease and he hit a burst. And then after about 10 or 15 yards, it being very blocked, he didn't have to break a tackle to about 7-8 yards downfield. And he said, I got the rest. Drags it, makes one guy miss, drags a defender, gets off another one, drags another guy, and then drags the final guy into the end zone, about 5 or 6 yards into the end zone. One of the most impressive runs we've seen all year from anybody. And I would say that is a tone-setting first play for the Rangers. You get a great drive, or a great kickoff return past midfield, first play of the game, or first play of the half, a touchdown dragging 4 guys with you.
Wow. One play into the second half. Hunter coming into this ball game, 47 yards rushing on 6 carries, had a 1 touchdown, 47 yards combined coming in. He gets 52 on that 1 carry alone.
Yeah, and Hunter's going to be playing on Saturdays, and you know, a lot in today's day and age with huddle and everything like that, players update their highlights every couple weeks. I have a feeling that one's not only going to make the highlight tape, it might be the first one out the gate because not only did it show his speed, it showed his toughness and his strength to break those tackles as well. So again, picture perfect start for the Rangers to start off the half. Get a great return on special teams, score on the first play, and now that Maya's probably going to kick it out of the back of the end zone and see if the defense can do their part.
And so just like that, Smithson Valley goes up 4 touchdowns. And an even bigger hill to climb, you would imagine, because Veterans Memorial, the passing game is not their strong suit.
Yeah, they want to run the football and set up their play-action pass and be able to push the ball downfield based off of their run. Well, Smithson Valley's been done such a great job of containing the run that the only times that Vets has really had to pass the ball has been in passing situations when it's been 3rd and long and everyone knows it's a pass. And so I would imagine they would try to stick with it for a little while just to see if they can get some running the run game going a little bit, but sooner or later, down 4 possessions, you're going to have to start putting the ball in the air and getting big chunks of yardage.
Andrew Winans. Handoff to Andrew Charlebois on the first play from scrimmage for the Eagles here in half number 2. Same result as a lot of the way the first half went. No yardage, so 2nd and 10.
Yeah, good
at
job.
the 25, Brian.
Good job by the D-line forcing it to, and there's Cowboy Collar Colton there coming downhill and making a tackle for no loss with a big thump. So
pass complete. It's Ethan Valeza, the receiver they've thrown to the most tonight. The Rangers secondary has done a nice job of shutting out Riker Hinojosa, who's the leading pass catcher for the Eagles coming in at 329 yards on 25 catches. But not a single touch tonight yet for Riker.
Good job there on the bubble screen by the corner. Sophomore Hackett forcing that ball and not letting him get pinned, and then great inside-out pursuit by Johnson, the safety. Keep it to a minimal gain, so here's that 3rd and long again.
7 yards needed for a new set of downs. Complete, but well short because Charlebois couldn't keep his feet on the low throw.
Yeah, Smithson Valley brought double pressure inside by Hornsby, and then we had, I think that was DeToto maybe coming off the edge, outside linebacker, maybe Haney, one of those guys. So he had a free rusher, so quarterback has to retreat, and he can't put anything into the throw, throws it off his back foot. So the ball's a little low and not able to keep his feet there. So it's actually a catch for no gain, and Smithson Valley defense forces another 3 and out.
At the own 28. Good punt. Haug fields it at the 25. Hunter near the 20. Still on his feet. Again, back-to-back plays in which Hunter Haug refuses to go down. Finally does, but not until he crosses his own 35-yard line.
Yeah, that was a heck of a 12-yard return there, about as good as we've seen, breaking a bunch of tackles. And again, so many returners. I can't stress this enough. So many returners for opposing teams we see throughout the year. If the ball hits the ground, it's Peter, and run away from it, things like that. Smithson Valley, they want the ball in their hands. They not just because they are confident in their explosiveness, but because they know that ball can roll out, and that's valuable field position. So just by him fielding that saved a bunch of yards, but then getting an additional 12 yards on top of that. Smithson Valley with a good field position again.
At the 36, Isaiah Reggie near side, he gets it. Cross the 40, Isaiah near the 45, pushed out of bounds at the 44, so a gain of 8 to bring up 2nd and 2.
Yeah, good block out there by Peace and Martinez. Lead blocking for Reggie, just a simple little out route and throw. And again, we talked about in the first half, the sophomore is very, very explosive, trying to get him the ball and get him in space, and nothing better than just being able to throw it out there and get up and pick up 8 yards on first down.
Trips to the right. Jacob Kirk, the lone receiver to the left. Knutson keeps and picks up the first down as he nears midfield. They're going to spot him down at the 49 of Smithson Valley.
Yeah, kind of an empty backfield with a fullback, spread everybody out. Not sure if that was kind of an RPO where there were some passing routes out there if he wanted it, but it was a light box. People moving outside with the receivers. So Ty designed quarterback run, splits it, barely gets tripped up. Could have gotten even more, but still does his job, picks up the first down. Rangers 1st and 10 right around midfield.
Knutson 186 yards rushing during the regular season, 3.4 every time he kept it. Rushed for 5 touchdowns. Throws it away here.
Yeah, miscommunication from the get-go. Running back went one way, quarterback went the opposite. Not sure who messed up there, but they weren't on the same page, so the timing was thrown off altogether there. So good play by Ty of just saying, let's not make a bad play worse, throwing it away. You don't want to take a sack or force a deep throw there, so just throws it away, makes it a 2nd and 10, but miscommunication there by quarterback and running back.
Vets Memorial defense, Brandon Reyes, Ryan Scott, Cameron Andruzzi, Ryan Carmona. The secondary, John Garza, Brandon Rivera, Kyle Wilson, the linebackers. Here's Showquist. His first touch of the second half is a good one. Into Eagle territory across the 45 and near first down yardage.
Yeah, looks like they're going to give them the first down. 41 was the line to gain. They got it, yeah. And a great job up front by those guys. Not necessarily driving them off the block, but just running those D linemen, creating those creases. Great vision by the sophomore, and a good job picking up a first down after a somewhat negative play on first with the miscommunication.
Briley Bowman, Cannon Wheeler, Kyle Gugliotti, Clinton Gus, and Aiden Verrett, the offensive line. That was left to right there. Showquist going right. Crossed the 40 near the 35, and a pickup of about 5, maybe 6. Let's call it 5, if anything, maybe 4, depending on the spot.
Yeah, a little counter play there. Big number 59 for Vets. Their interior defensive tackle gets penetration, almost gets a hand on him, but it forced Showquist to kind of have to cut back. Not where it was designed to hit, and so slowed it down just a little bit. So good play by 59. Carlo Torres for Vets getting some inside pressure from the D-line.
Jake Irwin in there at that left guard spot, number 68. Ty rolling to his right, complete. Isaiah Reggie, his 3rd catch of the night, inside the 30. Isaiah coming in with 14 catches, 134 yards, 9.6 every time he touched it during the regular season.
Yeah, a little sprint out there, get the quarterback on the move. Both guys kind of with some underneath routes, softer coverage by Vets, try not to give up anything deep. And so good ball by Ty, putting it on the money. And again, getting Reggie the ball in his hands as good things happen. He's getting a lot of touches and a lot of possessions this drive, which is important because at some point teams might, double cover Howe. Got to have some other guys that are making plays.
Julian Martinez in motion. He's in front of Gunner. Showquist across the 25, and another good gain, 5, maybe 6 on 1st and 10.
Yeah, starting to establish the run up front a little bit. Offensive line doing a great job communicating, passing things off, and then once they kind of got their assignments, moving some bodies in there. So early on in the game, what was 2-3 yard gains are now getting a little bit bigger chunks. Ranger offensive line starting to take over a little bit.
Gunner again. That Eagles defense doing a nice job of stringing that out. Gunner tackled it right around the 23-yard line.
Yeah, you said it right. It just kept getting strung out and strung out and strung out. Could never stick his foot and get north and south. So good pursuit from inside out, and then ultimately number 5 and number 7, the corners and the outside linebacker chases them down. So 3rd and medium here for the Rangers.
Ryan Carmona and Andres Montes, who's been very active for the Eagles, combining for that stop. Showquist behind Ty Knutson on 3rd and 5. Knutson looking left, complete. First down for the Rangers as Hunter Howe get the 15.
Yeah, good timing on the throw. Just like a little 7-8 yard hook route past the sticks. Ball's thrown on time. Outside shoulder able to turn away from it. Good job picking up a first down on 3rd down. So Rangers get a fresh set of downs, 15-yard line.
Scored on their first possession on just 1 play here in the second half after putting up 20 in the first 2 quarters. Gunner coming left. If he can get the corner, he's got the sideline, but pushed out of bounds. A nice job by Ryan Carmona of making sure Gunner didn't get around him.
Yeah, good initial blocking up front, but it made it bounce to the outside. Good job of staying home by, like you said, number 5, the corner, Carmona, not letting him get upfield. So a minimal gain on first down. Brings up 2nd and 8 for the Ranger offense. See if they can capitalize on their longest, more consistent drive that they've had this game inside the red zone.
Gunner's done a nice, very nice job of carrying the load since he entered this game consistently in the first half. Knutson, bootleg, touchdown, Hunter Howe. 2nd in as many possessions.
Good job by Ty getting to his 3rd read. We had a flat route. There was a little bit there, only had a step or 2 on the defender, and then we had a corner route who was pretty well covered. So his eyes go 1, 2, and then finds the 3rd option on the drag route. Howe coming from the other side. Been running that play since the Stone Age, the old bootleg, flat route to corner route to drag. He gets all the way to his 3rd option and puts it right on the money. And second, like you said, 2nd touchdown by Howe.
Amaya makes it 34-0, 4:45 remaining in the 3rd quarter. We're back after this on the Rangers Network.
In the heart of Bernie, something magical is coming. On December 6th at 6 p.m., the Vinach Parade will glide through Bernie, glowing with twinkling lights, cozy holiday cheer, and festive wonder. Let the spirit of the season surround you. And for those watching from home, the enchantment will air on GVTC's YouTube channel, and if you're a subscriber, on GVTC Local Lens Channel 16.
Well, there's been several games this season in which the Rangers have put up 6, 7, 5, whatever touchdowns in a game, and often they've come from different guys. Tonight, Gunnar Showquist and Hunter are hogging all the action.
Like
Gunnar's
that.
got 2.
Like that.
Hunter Haug has 3 scores now. Caught the first one, has the last 2 on that fantastic run, and then another touchdown catch, those sandwiching 2 Gunnar Showquist runs to make it 34-0. Extra point. The young man who's been so active on special teams and defense with a good kickoff return here, Andres Montes, in what's easily the best special teams play of the night for Vets Memorial. And they'll start it right around their own 30 here, depending on the actual spot, the official spot.
Yeah, and a couple things here. First of all, the ball on the 30-yard line is their best starting field position of the night. Second of all, is a good return by them, but Amaya, the kicker, with a great open field tackle, not something you see all the time. And then also, I saw you slide in that pun. That was nice. Yeah. And then also started out with a little 6-7 reference as well. So you're on your game here the second half so far.
I still don't fully get what 6-7 means, but I've got a 12-year-old at home, and so I'm fully embracing what I don't know.
There you go.
1st and 10 at the 30, as Brian said. Man they call Charlie Boy, Andrew Charlevoix, with a nice gain on 1st and 10. When he's been able to get past that first line of defense, Brian, he's been able to run well. It's just there just hasn't been that many opportunities, as so many offenses have learned against this front 4 of Smithson Valley.
Yeah, they've had a good run here or there, 5-6 yards, where you're like, okay, getting something going, and then they've just never been able to compound it and back it up with another one. They've gone backwards after that and just never been able to capitalize and get any momentum going, so we'll see if they're able to do it here.
Again, first down yardage across the 40, and so the first down of the second half. Only, I believe, the third of the ball game, either the second or the third, but the point is that that's how stingy this Ranger defense has been, and that they've limited a very good Vets Memorial offense to that kind of production or lack of it tonight.
Yeah, and you saw the counter play there. Another good run. That's the first time they've had back-to-back positive runs the entire night. And they picked up, I think, only their 3rd or 4th first down of the entire ball game. And if they get about 6 or 7 yards, it'll be the first time they cross midfield. So we'll see if they're able to do that.
On the pass, nothing doing. Read extremely well and no chance. Because Jacob Stover was all over the place.
Yeah, you said it right. Read well. They had a blocker for him. The receiver, number 26, for Veterans Memorial, Brian Villarreal, was supposed to block him, but Stover read it so quickly and triggered so fast that Villarreal wasn't able to get there. And like we talked about just previously, every time it seems like Vet, okay, here we go. They've got a good run. They pick up a first down. Something happens, whether it's a sack, tackle for loss, penalty, something like that. And so now they go backwards on first down and make it 2nd and 12.
At the 41. And again, that Ranger defense ready for Charlevoix. Back to right around the original line of scrimmage, maybe a yard beyond it, so 3rd and 9 at their own 44.
Yeah, and again, just getting off schedule on first down, right? Like not getting positive yardage, and now you're forced to have 3rd and long type situations, which with Veterans Memorial is not something they love. They like to pass based off of the run when they want to, but these situations where everybody knows it's a passing situation, Ranger defensive line and pressure has been getting home in these situations.
Here comes Weston Haney from the backside. Haney almost got there. Justin Roberts did.
Big J-Rob. Yeah, good job. We brought pressure around the edge, forced the quarterback to step up in the pocket to evade it, And then a good job, good recognition by Roberts there, getting off. He was kind of mirroring and shielding, seeing where the quarterback was just for that purpose in case he stepped up. Gets off of the double team, ends up with a sack. But again, it all started with that negative play by Stover on first down. And again, Eagles have yet to cross midfield so far in this game.
Roberts a sack last week to go with 5 tackles. Punt away, again a good one. Hunter bounces off the hop, in trouble. And one of the rare times that Hunter Houdini Haug has not been able to get
nice.
Out of harm's way. Rangers will start with what's easily their worst field position of the ball game, inside their 10, just beyond their 5 here with 1:07 remaining before we head to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, good coverage by Vets there. Haug does a good job of catching it and then making the first guy or two miss, but it was really good punt coverage, staying in their lanes there. And so, as you mentioned, Smithson Valley with by far their worst field position of the game. Prior to this, I think it was like the 32-yard line. So, good job by Vets of getting a first down or two to where at least they can flip the field and see what, in the first half, they were the ones that were at the 5 or 10-yard line every time. So, Rangers, first time they've been backed up starting to drive.
At their own 7. Brody Wick's first catch of the second half, 3rd for the game. Brody with some nice moves to get past the 10 and brings up 2nd and right around 4.
Yeah, it sure was. Made the first guy miss, little spin move there. And it was a heck of a job to pick up 6 or 7 yards. Good pursuit by Vets from inside out, but good job. Anytime you can gain yards on first down with just a little quick hitch, especially 6 or 7, I didn't mean to do that, 6 or 7 yards on first down, it's a good thing. Good job by Wick.
Brody hit the B button on that play. I think B button's X nowadays. I don't know. I'm old. I don't play video games anymore. Renix Vezaduga, his first carry of the night. Renix with a first down.
Yeah, good blocking up front on the counter play. I was trying to see who it was because it didn't look like Showquist, and so you're right. Renix is in there now, giving Showquist a little bit of a breather. And so see if the Ranger offense can keep the momentum going. They're going to let the third quarter run out here and take it into the fourth.
6 carries for Renix last week. Had a fantastic night. $59 yards on the ground for Renix. We go to the fourth. The Rangers 34-0, 12 minutes away from advancing in 2025.
I've seen a lot of Texas out on the open road. From up in Amarillo down to San Antonio. No matter where I travel, one thing remains the same. Everybody loves Ford here in the Lone Star State. Ford is the best in Texas.
Fourth quarter right here on the Rangers Network. Smithson Valley in possession and up 34-0. Ty Knutson with Renix Vezaduga right by him. It's Renix who gets his 2nd straight carry. Past the 20. Right around the 22 is where they'll spot it. So 2nd and 6 is what the Rangers face now following the first play of quarter number 4.
A good run right up the middle again. 5 yards on first down, keeping the offense on schedule. Now the whole playbook, whether quick pass, run, take a shot if you want to. Whole playbook's open when you're able to get 5 yards on first down.
Brody Wick, another catch here. Corralled, hit out of bounds, no flag.
Great job by Brody getting to the sticks, getting upfield, getting that first down. I don't think the crowd kind of wants a late hit. Kind of looking at the replay there.
It's close.
Yeah, it doesn't look terrible, but a great job by Brody. They're trying to rip that ball out. Good job by him securing it and picking up a first down, keeping the offense moving.
That's Wick's 4th catch of the night. Big effort last week for Brody. 101 yards on 4 catches just like tonight to go along with a touchdown against the Cardinals. Up the middle.
Good run.
Another good game for the Rangers. Renix again, across the 35 to the 36.
And again, same thing right there. Handing it off, getting 5, 6, something like that yards per carry. And now second and short. Throw quick game. You can throw run tags. You can RPO it. You can hand it off running back, quarterback run. Anything and everything is open in second and short. So good job so far, really the whole night, but particularly in the second half of winning first down on both sides of the ball.
In motion, another big hit. Brody's taken a couple tonight.
I think that one he more delivered than he took there. He lowered his shoulder.
Yeah.
And ended up falling forward there. Yeah, lowered his shoulder. Good job by Brody. Picks up a couple.
Yeah.
Almost a first down. Brings up a 3rd and 1. But, yeah, he delivered that one.
You could hear plastic on plastic. And you're right, Brody putting that shoulder down. Say, I'm going to deliver this hit instead of taking it. It's a gain of 9. 3rd and 1, gain of 4, I should say. 3rd and 1, first down for the Rangers. It's Vizaruga.
It's just great discipline up front by the Rangers. The vets, they stemmed, meaning that they all shifted at one time, which is pretty common for a defense to do in a short yardage situation, trying to draw a false start and back them up, but they hung in there. And then also they brought a blitz off the edge. They communicated, they handled it, nobody jumped, everybody got their hat where they were supposed to be. And good vision by Renix there, picks up a first down, keeps the clock moving, and keeps the chains moving.
Renix 189 yards, including last week coming in. 3 touchdowns on 37 carries, 5.1 yards per carry for all of 2025. Brody Wick again. Screen set up well. Brody gets past midfield, knocked out of bounds at right around the 46, maybe the 45 of Vets Memorial. Either way, first down Rangers.
Yeah, and again, getting out of the shadow of our own goalpost there, moving, and now the ball's past midfield. Just wanted to ensure that, we weren't backed up too much, and now we see the hockey line change.
Yeah.
We're starting to move some guys in. So the starters done, nights are done, so we'll start calling guys out as they roll in there. But first and foremost, in at quarterback now is number 10, the junior Easton Walker.
Yeah, you said it, Brian. Brody Wick, Luke Peace, Braxton Sawyer, Ty Knutson all coming out at the same time. Here's Walker's first snap. Vizaruga still in there. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. Also in the game, I see number 7, Gavin Kellner, number 11, Jacob Kirk. They're both receivers. Julian Martinez in at fullback, a position manned so well by Braxton Sawyer. Briley Bowman, the left tackle, is now making his way to the sideline.
Yeah, we got a couple different guys going in there. We'll try to call them out. I think Peterson's in there at left tackle. Looks like, who's that, 60? No, 60. Bowman just came out 50.
But Liam Blair, number 44, is in there as well, coming to the left.
There you go.
Jacob Kurt's first catch of the night. Jacob inside the 35.
Yeah, good ball there by Walker on time. Just a little stop route. Puts it on his outside so that he can turn away from the trouble towards the sideline. Lowers his shoulder. Good job by Kirk there.
Jacob, a big effort last week in the 56-0 win against Southside. 4 catches for Kirk in that by-district matchup. 140 yards for the season on 10 catches. Easton keeps toward the 30. The big junior quarterback barreling his way toward 130 yards rushing for Easton in the regular season. Right around 5.5 every time he kept it / carried it. Scored 2 touchdowns with his legs. 24 carries / keeps / touches, however you want to quantify a rushing attempt for a quarterback.
Yeah, he had a pretty long one. What game was that? He had about a 40, 50-yard touchdown run
Yeah,
there.
that's right. Was it the Wagner game?
I think so.
Yeah. Right now, he's looking back toward that sideline as the Rangers are milking the clock.
We got
We're
numbers
under
down here.
6:45.
On the stretch. There it is. Yep.
Vizaruga across the 25. Renix inside that 25-yard line, continuing to run well.
Yeah, they were a man short down here. We had a tight end fullback down here, and they didn't roll anybody down into the box. And so coaches saw that and ran outside zone that way, and he got it all the way down to the safety for a good pickup on second down, making it 3rd and short.
Junior running back doing a nice job of cutting it up inside when John Garza was in pursuit, the strong side linebacker for the Eagles. Nearing 6 minutes, and the Rangers milking this clock up 34-0. Renix again, this time inside the 20 before he's met out of bounds, and keeping the clock running, although it stops now because there is a Eagle on the turf. Young man who's been playing hard all night long. Andres Montes, we've said his name several times.
Yeah, he's up limp. Hopefully it's just a cramp. Kind of getting better as he walks, so hopefully it's just a cramp and he's okay. But good to see him up and moving. But shout out to the right tackle, 66. Shane Wood, he had a heck of a block there to seal the edge on the stretch play. Pancake block that really allowed Renix to get to the outside and pick up a really good gain. So great block by Wood there coming from his tackle spot.
Number 41 for the Rangers, Antonio Flores, also in the ball game. Brian mentioning the Rangers looking to get several guys some opportunities here. Number 66, Nathan Carson, a sophomore, also in the ball game. Right guard spot. Renix to carry again. Inside the 15 goes Renix.
Just great execution. Got other guys coming in, but that doesn't mean the communication, the physicality needs to drop off. It was a great double team. We ran the counter play. It was a great second puller by the fullback. Brett Wallace comes in there and does his job and cleans up the tube and kicks out the linebacker, and good vision by Renix to keep it up down the hash and picking up 6 yards when Vets has most of their starters in. You can see Vets, they got hands on the hips. This has been a long drive, and they're getting tired. New running back.
Yeah, that's Lincoln McKeon. His first touch.
And a good job by McKeon. Looks like there was unblocked guy right there. He keeps his feet, drives forward, picks up another 4 or 5 yards there, making it a 3rd and short. I'd be interested to see how many plays this drive is. Probably a 17 or 18 play drive.
No, I was just about to say, we're nearing 20 play territory.
We started at our own, 5, and then our starters were in there just to get out of our own end zone and got 2 or 3 first downs. And these guys feel like they've been in for at least 8 to 10 plays, and so it might be the entire 4th quarter on this one drive.
Renix Vizaduga back in at running back after McKeon got the touch. Renix trying to come right. Great pursuit by that Vets Memorial defense. Cameron Andruzzi, senior safety, up to make the stop.
They're rolling some other guys in there. Washburn coming in. Seidel coming in. 4th down. No interest in a field goal here, so they're going to go for it.
4th and 2 is what the down and distance is. They're at the 11.
I'm guessing we're going to spread it out and give Easton the option. If he likes the numbers out there, throw it. If not, then make it a quarterback run and see if he can go get a yard or 2.
Carter Heisey is the center. Lincoln McKeon stopped. Turnover on downs.
The longest drive in the history of football that doesn't end in any points. But again, obviously the game is well in hand. It's 34-0, and that group would have loved to cap off that drive with the touchdown. But at the same time, an outstanding drive taking up pretty much the entire 4th quarter. Probably, no joke, 16 to 18 play drive there. Everybody got to get in the game, have some success. And so I'm pretty sure that that series started with 11 minutes, right at the start of the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
And there's 3:30 left in the game, so.
What the doctor ordered if you're head coach Larry Hill and Josh Atkins, that, for all intents and purposes, could not have turned out any better. Yeah, you'd like points on any drive, right? But more importantly, as you mentioned, time is much more important when you're up 34-0 with just 3.5 minutes left in the ball game.
Yeah, and Ranger defense, we got other guys in there. We'll try to holler holler their names out whenever we can, but Ranger defense, you can guarantee they're wanting that third shutout in a row. And so those guys out there will be playing hard as they go. We got linebackers with Owen Truss, middle linebacker Nicholas Granado.
Yep, Kyle Johnson was near the ball on that previous stop.
Double move.
Winans deep, too far. Looking for leading receiver. No, it's not Riker Hinojosa they were going after. It was Brandon Reyes. And Reyes.
Yeah, and good coverage.
Not anywhere near it.
Good coverage by the junior corner, Gavin Rogers. They did a double move, and he had great recovery there. I said, because he initially stuck his foot trying to come down on it, and then they did a double move. But he did a good job of collision and then catching back up. And I think even if that was a better thrown ball, it would have been a contested catch. So good job by him. Bring up third down, stopping the clock, but third and medium. See if the Rangers can get off the field here.
They need 5 yards to the Eagles for a new set of downs. Wyden's throwback. It's complete. Problem is the Rangers were expecting it.
Yeah, great recognition by Cash Davis, the defensive tackle.
Max Solis, go ahead, Brian, I'm sorry.
Yeah, they always say if you're a defensive lineman and the O-lineman just let you go by them, chances are it's a screen. So stop, retreat, and try to find where the ball is. That time it was a little throwback screen to the tight end, and a great recognition by Davis, and actually made a tackle for loss on the play. So Ranger defense, even though other guys are getting in there versus starting offensive vets, they force a 3 and out, and Ranger offense will get the ball back.
Max Solis also in on that tackle. Back to receive the kick, freshman Shaden Davis. Won't get an opportunity, though. That one sails out of bounds, and the Rangers will take over with 2:09 remaining at, it looks to be right around the 30. Yeah, it looks to be the 32 of Vets Memorial.
That ball went off the side of the foot of the punter. Didn't get much at all as far as field position goes. Maybe a 7 or 8 yard net. The Ranger offense will come back out there. Obviously no hurry after this play, assuming it's not an incomplete pass. That'll be the 2-minute warning.
Well, Brian, you mentioned the Rangers closing in on a third straight shutout. Interestingly enough, through the first 9 games, they didn't get a shutout. Then they ended the regular season with the shutout against Victoria East, another one last week. And so, barring the unforeseen here, a third straight goose egg by that Smithson Valley defense.
This is the 2-minute
and playing their best football at the best time. We're back with the final 2 minutes of the ball game right here on the Rangers Network. Smithson Valley 34, Corpus Christi Vets Memorial 0.
In the heart of Bernie, something magical is coming. On December 6th at 6 p.m., the Vinoc Parade will glide through Bernie, glowing with twinkling lights, cozy holiday cheer, and festive wonder. Let the spirit of the season surround you. And for those watching from home, the enchantment will air on GVTC's YouTube channel, and if you're a subscriber, on GVTC Local Lens Channel 16. We would like to thank Chick-fil-A at Stone Ridge for sponsoring our Rangers. They are a huge part of our community and have Ranger athletes of their very own. Thanks, Chick-fil-A at Stone Ridge.
Smithson Valley with a 2nd and 11. The Vets Memorial 33, big hit on the completion. Incompletion, actually. Looked for a second like it was caught, but a big hit. Unable to make the catch was Fielder Finley. Fielder, his first target of the night.
Yeah, hopefully just got the breath knocked out of him. It was a quick trigger by number 7. Andres Montez, good thing he's back in the game. He was the one that was banged up on the previous series, so it looked like it was just a cramp, but it was good play recognition by him. He triggered downhill in a hurry and had his arms up in the air there, did Fielder, to catch the ball and kind of took a shot right in the ribs. So hopefully just got the wind knocked out of him. He'll be okay coming off the field on his own power there.
Fielder, 5 catches for 60 yards in the regular season, a senior receiver. You know, Brian, right before the break, we're talking about the Rangers closing in on a third straight shutout. And to give you a sense of how potent this offense of Veterans Memorial has been, they started the year by scoring 34.
Run the clock down for a 10-second runoff. 10-second runoff.
They scored 34 in a season-opening win against Corpus Christi Miller, scored 31 in a loss to Corpus's Carroll, then scored 49 against Brownsville Rivera, 57 against Donna North, 28 against Harlingen South, 46 against Donna. Also had other games in which they scored 56, 49, 20, and 31. And so to shut this offense out, and it stands to figure, right? You know, when you face a second-round team, it's going to be a good offense. But still, to be able to do what the Rangers have done tonight defensively at this point of the season as Walker keeps for a couple, pretty darn impressive.
Really impressive. And not only have they not scored, but correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think they've been past midfield.
I agree with you. No, I cannot recall a single time they crossed the 50.
They got a couple first downs on one drive and got to about their own 40, but they have not crossed midfield tonight, to my knowledge. And so just an outstanding job by the Ranger defense, particularly stopping the run. That's what Vets wants to do. They want to run the football and off of that hit their play action deep downfield. But if you stop the run, then make them throw when they have to as opposed to when they want to, it's a recipe for success. Smithson Valley defense did that tonight.
Timeout, Smithson Valley.
Rangers take a timeout with 30 seconds left on the clock. Along those lines, Brian, it's a Ranger defense that heading into last week had only given up 9.8 points per game. So, yes, they didn't get their first shutout to the season finale, but you look at what they were doing during the regular season. Held Roosevelt to 6, held Madison to 10. Champion only got 14. Piper got 17. Wagner only scored a touchdown. Seguin scored 10. New Braunfels only 14. MacArthur a touchdown. And so you add it all together, do the math, less than 10 points per game during the regular season is what this Ranger defense allowed.
And a lot of those were late in the game where the game was well in hand.
Right.
And not to knock the other guy, some of the guys that come in, because they've done a great job, and just like tonight, holding them to nothing. But I would be curious to see how many of those points were on the starting defense as well, and I would guess that average would come down even lower than what it is right now.
Walker the pitch. Lincoln McKeon takes a good shot. Down at right around the 32. The clock stops at 24 seconds. Change of possession on 4th down.
Yeah, we'll see if the Ranger offense can keep that goose egg on the board. 34-0, 24 seconds left. Starting offense for Vets coming back out there. That's their starting quarterback, Winans. That's Charlebois. Yeah, so that's their starting offense right here. So see if they air it out and try to get some points on the board.
Going deep is Winans over the outstretched hands of Brandon Reyes.
And Gavin Rogers again, pretty decent coverage right in the back hip pocket, but airing it out, trying to go deep, just overthrown a little bit, but yeah, Vets doing everything they can to try to get that goose egg off the board.
As you mentioned, interestingly enough, their starter's still on the field here as they take down the final moments of their season. Second straight play in which they go for Brandon Reyes. This one is complete.
Yeah, and it was a great open field tackle to finish things off, and that'll do it. Your Smithson Valley Rangers area champs, 34-0. Outstanding job in all 3 phases of the game.
Moving on to round number 3, and at last check, Brian, unless I have something else, Piper leads Corpus Christi's Flower Bluff 28-21 in the 3rd quarter.
Yep.
We point that out because the winner of that ball game is who the Rangers get next. As we look forward to that ball game, we can wait for that. Your final thoughts here on this 34-0 victory in which the Rangers defense gets a 3rd straight shutout.
Just impressive in all three phases of the game to keep an offense off the scoreboard, but not just off the scoreboard, but not even crossing midfield the entire game, even when other guys started rolling in there. It's very impressive for the defensive unit, and because of that, Ranger offense got great starting field position. They were very efficient all night, barring the one turnover. And then, as always, Ranger special teams rock solid. So a great win, and looking forward to the third round. And anytime you get to practice on Thanksgiving break, it's a good deal.
Right. And our producer / director / founder / do it all, he'll drive the bus probably on the way back home as well. Bo Wick letting us know that Piper and Flower Bluff are now tied at 28.
That will be Smithson Valley. The winner of that game will be Smithson Valley's next round opponent. All four teams in our district are still alive with that game going on right there. Champion, last I checked, was in a tight ball game with PSJA North, and looks like New Braunfels is handling their opponent pretty easily. And so rooting for our district. Hopefully we can all see each other next week.
Let's run down some final stats here quickly as we say goodnight. Ty Knutson, 13 of 17, 162, 3 touchdowns, carried it 4 times for 9 yards. Caleb Piegler, 6 rushes, 32 yards. All of that, though, in the first half. Gunnar Showquist, 63 yards, 2 touchdowns, 12 carries. Brody Wick, 6 catches, 48 yards. Hunter Haug, 4 receptions, 82 yards, 3 touchdowns. He threw a pass for 30 yards and then had another rush for 4 yards and 3 touchdowns, as mentioned, for Hunter Haug. Luke Peace, the 1 catch for 38 yards. Isaiah Reggie, 3 catches, 27 yards. Julian Martinez, a catch for 8 yards near the goal line over here. They're singing the alma mater. They'll get to do it hopefully again next week because the Rangers are moving on to round 3 of the high school football playoffs. Probably Friday. We will wait to see. Either way, Smithson Valley will be there in round 3, and we'll see you then. Have a great weekend, and everyone have a fantastic, safe, and very happy Thanksgiving with you and your loved ones. Until then, we'll see you next week as the Rangers season continues onward and the path, hopefully, to the 5A Division I state championship again. The defending state champs, a 34-0 winner here against Corpus Christi Vets Memorial in round number 2. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Go Rangers.